Hello, this is Jake Light Gaming Lawyer Just Service. We're once again back with the Great Ace Attorney. And last time we left off, we were trying to find out what is going on with Gina Lestrade and the thing that happened 2 months ago. And seems like a lot of things aren't true. And Mr. McGilded is probably not an innocent person, as they say, alright? We'll find out now. Because things have gotten serious, we have to be serious now. I knew it wasn't gonna take long before someone raided. I climbed in and waited. 2 girls from up top ran off to get the coppers. Yes, Mr. Fairplay and Mr. First. Right. And after they'd gone, McGilded asked the driver to do him a favor. A favor? Now then, fella, what I need you to do is take this coat of mine and deposit with a nearby pawnbroker. And for your troubles, let's see now. Hey, I'll give you 10 guineas. A nearby pawnbroker? You mean on Baker Street? Yup, you got it. It was Windybanks. The coachee snapped up the money and ran off to pop this coat as fast as he could. There was no one left in the carriage. McGilded opened the box under the seat and let me get out of there. Not without conditions. I see. What conditions? What were McGilded's conditions then? For letting you go free, I mean. Not telling a soul, not for anything, about what I saw and what I heard. And there was something else as well. There's more? Yeah, was it with a pawnbroker about? I want you last to take the redemption ticket for it. Do you understand? What? You want me to have the ticket? That's right. And I'll come fetch it from you later, sometime within the next 2 months. But I ain't got that kind of brass. Here's £5. That should be enough. Do you understand each other, lads? Don't try anything funny now. You need to go against me. Yeah, I get it. Good. We was all just looking out for each other, getting by together. So you mean Mr. McGilded would have? In an heartbeat. He could have had a lot of us chase out all day if he wanted. And then where could we have gone, eh? Nowhere. Or in the real world, in reality, if there is such a case, both parties would exchange evidence, regardless of who you are, because we have to, because of things as for convenience, really, convenience and fairness. We put out all our cards on the table, like all the evidence, witnesses that we have on the case, and we discuss about it. More or less, which is more or less not really like discussing why we are right or wrong. It's more like this is fact, this is the statements is confirmed, all this is there, has been verified, done. Then we'll argue it all in court. So evidence, everything is all prepared. It's not like in Ace Attorney games where things just, hey, I give you all a surprise unless it goes through the proper channel, proper procedures. Alright? Anyways, let's continue. To be continued. Right, save. And you see it's been quite a long time since I last played. I've been playing this game for 4 months, almost 4 months. Oh my god. Here we are again at the scene of the crime. Now to thrust these representation papers in Gregson's face and see what he makes of them. Hello again, Inspector. Do you have a minute, please? What is it now? You should go home and get some rest.
Here you are, Grexy. Here are the representation papers.
Your ladyship. Oh! I don't believe it. How the devil did you get that stubborn little dragon?
How about some tea? It's a special blend designed to relieve fatigue.
Glug, 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 glug. Through that door behind the counter. Yes, the storeroom. That's where I discovered Mr. Winbank and Gina. What is this amazing secret you mentioned that's hidden between these two identical prints? Actually,
Actually, it's not quite right.
Sorry?
If you look carefully, the two prints aren't the same. Not exactly.
They're not?
Have another look at them now.
They are slightly different. Are they? Let me try this. I'm gonna cross my eyes. God damn it, it's 3D. Yep, it's 3D. it's what I'm trying to say is, yeah, there's this thing that you can do with pictures is like slightly changing the layers from they're closer to you and further from you. So yeah, if you cross your eyes, but what's the reason for the subtle difference between the two prints?
Well, it's because they are set, you see.
No, I don't.
This pair of photographs is meant to be used in a stereoscope. Everyone in London is raving about him at the moment.
Ah, a stereoscope. Why do I feel as though I've heard that word before recently? Oh, what? Really? Yes, I just did it. I just explained to everyone actually.
Do you know how pair of that? But the reason it works is because we have two eyes.
Two eyes. Shocking.
If you try closing just one eye,
the position of objects seems to shift slightly.
Exactly. And in your head, your brain uses the shift to estimate depth as it merges the two views into one. That's how we can sense depth in everything we see.
Ah, my brain really is amazing, isn't it? It does so much without telling me. Ah, I think I see. So the pair of photographs consists of a left eye view and a right eye view. Is that right?
Oh, well done, Susie. You're so quick.
So if you can persuade your brain to merge the two pictures together in your head, you'd be able to see depth in these prints.
Yes, Bruno. You're beginning to understand.
Actually, I'm wondering, is this really relevant to the case right now? And the stereo, really? How? Tell me, I must know.
That's right. Let's see if you can.
Okay, are you ready, Miss Naruhodo? Oh shit. There, how's that? Wonderful.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Now it's your turn, Bruno.
The trick is to concentrate on looking at the bridge of your nose.
Enough practice. Now let's try looking at the prints. Start by staring at one print slowly, crossing your eyes. You should see two overlapping images like this.
Is this really necessary?
You try it now, Bruno.
I'm just going to have to give it a try, I suppose.
images for you. Now the next step is to put the pair of prints side by side like this, and then try crossing your eyes again. The prints should slowly merge together until they form a new single image in the center. Oh yes! Miss Naruto, it works. I can see it in the middle now. Looks like this, is it? Yes, let's do it. Everyone do it again. I command you. I'm doing it! Okay. Pretty weird. The cat's like floating. Alright. I've done it. There, you manage it. So now you know how stereoscopic images work. Well, I don't know who discovered it, but it really is quite extraordinary. Right, we wasted 5 minutes doing that. So what do you think of this stereoscopic prints then, Bruno? They're certainly amazing, but it isn't easy to get the knack of viewing them properly. No, some people find it easier than others. But that's why contraptions like this exist, for people who find it tricky. Oh, I recognize that. We saw one over there yesterday, didn't we? If I remember correctly, you press this little knob here. Then set the pair of photographs in the stand and the backs and... It's still amazing, even though I roughly know how it works now. Even though I know roughly it works now. Well, London seems to agree with you. Stereoscopes are very popular at the moment. You can find one of these folding contraptions in lots of households in the capital currently. But if these little machines are so affordable, surely there's no need to go around staring cross-eyed at pictures like you hate them. But it's much more satisfying to be able to see the effect with your own eyes. Well, I think so in any case. Stereoscopic pictures? I'd never even heard of them until yesterday. We've recently learned a lot about them, but I wonder if it's knowledge that I'll ever actually need. Well, we've been spending so much time doing this, probably it is going to be relevant. Right, I think we've exhausted all the questions, I think. What about the broken lamp, right? I have not looked at the broken lamp. Is it too much to think? I don't think it is different. Is it too much to think about? Better sell it all and have a clear head if you ask me. But clearly Mr. Winterberg was very careful when it came to the articles in this case. Right, broken lamp, oil lamp is not relevant. Wow, that is very obviously. Ah, look here. Oh yes, a bullet hole. And I can see the bullet is still lodged in the wall. Presumably Mr. Winterberg wasn't practicing with his revolver in his spare time. Oh wow. Mr. Sholmes likes to practice in his drawing room whenever he can. He's very patriotic like that. Sorry? It's all there in the Adventures of Sherlock Sholmes, you know? Isn't that right, Iris? Did I write something like that? Partly in jest, perhaps. In jest? Well, he doesn't do it often. It is quite dangerous pastime. He doesn't do it often? He shouldn't even do it once. For forget that now. For now, Runo, let's examine this bullet.
Right, we'll examine this bullet next episode because we're out of time. So sorry. Because all those stereoscopic talk, yeah, we ran out of time. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this episode. We will do this next time. So, take care, stay hopeful, but be critical, right? Bye-bye.